my mother and dad divorced, and my mother had no money. My dad had no money. He lost his ass in the crash. But my grandfather in St. Helena convinced my mother that I should get an education. So he footed the bill for me to go back to Phillips Exeter Academy in Exeter, New Hampshire. From a farm boy in St. Helena to Phillips Exeter Academy. There I went through a summer session to get enough brownie points to get into Taft in Watertown, Connecticut. Well, I went to Taft School in Watertown, Connecticut. Then my dad decided I should, his name was Berliner. My name was Berliner. And they called him a Hun, which is what they called Germans in World War I. The dirty name for a German was Hun. Well, he didn't want me called a Nazi in World War II, which he saw coming. So he took me into court. We went into court and legally dropped the name of Berliner, which is his father's name, and took his mother's name, which was from Annandale, Scotland, and put a Mac in front of it. It's an invented name. We have a combination of people who have sailed on the boat, people who have not, and some who've never sailed anywhere, who are more guests than anything, but we can use them to crank, if nothing else, to crank a winch. I've got rules on the shore boat for everybody to see. I don't want them thrown back in like a goddamn pigsty. The fenders, the lines, everything has just been thrown in there. I got to get down there at 87 years and clean up the whole fucking mess, and I'm sick and tired of it. Sure. Don't bitch about it, organize it.
I found that someone told me landed.
Oh boy. So it was chaotic this time of day. It's not easy. I'm on super pain pills 3 times a day. And got 2 synthetic knees, synthetic shoulder, crushed spine. I'm having regular spinal injections where they go in with needles and cauterize the nerves in my spine.
Yeah, practice a couple more times.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, Ron. All right, so they're releasing. Let's go. We're going to set up.
Cut off the spring lines.
Okay.
Get somebody on the dock. That's good. With fenders and throw off the bow lines.
You guys got the stern lines? You standing by?
Secure the lead weights. Jeremy, put the lead weights under the Danforth anchor down there. I had been living on a 72-foot schooner called the Vivica. Belonged to Merle Peterson, and he had pulled in and tied up to the restaurant, and we became friends earlier. So before I had pursuit, I lived on his boat, the 72-foot staysail schooner up here in Marin Ship. So finally, I decided I needed my own boat. So Pete and I flew down to LA and started looking at boats. And the yacht broker said, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "Something 40, 50 feet maybe, schooner, catch something practical I can live on, but sail on the bay occasionally. So he said, we don't have much in that category, but there's one or two out there. You have a look at them, and while you're there, take a look at Pursuit. It's a lovely boat. Burt Lancaster and Harold Heck, movie people had it. Harold Heck got caught out at Catalina having a little affair in the cockpit with a aspiring young actress. His wife caught him, and that, of course, brought about a divorce. So I looked at Pursuit. I came back and said, I got $30,000, but the Pursuit's for sale for $60,000. So it's twice my price. I'm sorry. It's a lovely boat, and it's pretty and got everything going for it, but it's twice my price.
Look out for the runners, you're coming, the runners. Raise that mainsail.
A few weeks later, the phone rang, and he said, you know, you looked at Pursuit and gave us an offer of $30,000. Well, nobody else has even looked at the boat. And the owner, Mr. Hecht, wants to sell that boat very badly. He has agreed to take your $30,000 against his $60,000 if you will pay our 10% commission over and above the 30. So I robbed another bank, went deeper in debt, got another $3,000, and you're sitting on my boat.
Sheet your main.
Okay, valve secure.
Thank you. Let's get some headsails up. We're supposed to be a sailboat.
I built roads, earth-filled dams, and a myriad of various things in general engineering contracting, paving of all sorts, and helped build a bridge and another contractor, and various things until I got a divorce.
That's all right.
My trucking foreman ran off with my wife, or my wife ran off with my trucking foreman. And the only loss there was the trucking foreman.
Dan?
Yes, sir.
Want to take the wheel?
Stay there for a while. Are you going home, Rob?
Not for a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
And a friend who I had done a lot of work for, and he really knew me well. So he said, get in the car. You're divorced and you're a mess. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing. I'm going to take you to Sausalito. There's an old building down there that needs you, and you need it. Ondine, Horizons, Trident, what have you. So I bought the building, went to 5 banks before I found one that would back me. I was like broke. The Bank of California finally, the owner of the Bank of California, took me under his wing. He had faith in me. And I built a new foundation out in the bay from the old building, which had been built in 1898 as the San Francisco Yacht Club. I picked the building up 7 feet in the air, that whole building, rolled it out 70 feet, and set it down 4 feet on the foundation it's on right now, concrete piles. I was crazy. I was mad, determined, alone. When you're all alone, divorced, and your world is crumbled in on you. You don't give a damn what you do. So I bought it and moved it out. And there it is today, sitting on concrete, where it'll be for a long time. Sun keeps moving.
That's the good news, Rob. Yeah. and you can still see it, Ron. That's even better, huh?
Herb Madden and his wife, we went down to Cleofa, a little island down at the bottom end of the Tres Marias. I went ashore. I got a 30-30 rifle. I shot a deer. We had venison. We had fish. We had a good time until his German wife caught me sneaking brandy to Herb.
Mr. Boom.
Watch the boom.
We may have to judge
She went ballistic. You're trying to kill my husband. Don't you dare give him anything. You just let me, I'll give him food, I'll give him drink. Don't you give him anything. And she just went on, and poor Herb was in the middle of this. We'll want to turn around pretty soon.
You call it.
To get home.
You call it. Oh yeah, there goes the gate. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah, they moved the gate.
Yeah. Pretty far back there, huh? They closed it.
Oh boy. So Herb quieted her down. He said, Ron, there's nothing to do but for us to get off the boat. Pull up the anchor and let's go to wherever you're going, Puerto Vallarta, if that's where you're going. So up came the anchor, out we went, sailed to Puerto Vallarta. There he and his German wife left the boat and flew back to Sausalito. Did I know Herb Madden? Oh yes, I knew Herb Madden. It was quite a trip.
Retelling a lot of times when people have that many years and they don't have the recall the ability to recreate it.
I'm going to show you all a picture of Jim Lindeman's ass.
Very nice. Get that into Playboy. Dave, I think he's done on that side. Flip it.
That is a black and blue. That is a black and blue.
Is that a hickey or a what?
Where you got intimate with the boom.
Is that?
I just had a picture of Jim Lindeman's ass.
That's a nasty one, all right.
That is a bad bruise.
Black and blue.
Jim.
We don't want to see the real thing.
Hey, Jim,
I had to give Jim some glory.
Is that next latitude 38?
No, Latitude didn't really want it.
Yeah, we could put a cover on.
Have I been there? Yeah, I've been there. I've seen it. I've had it. Have I raced? Yeah, I raced. The Mazatlan race and the Santa Cruz race. I was a double winner on that. The first boat in and the first in Class A. You know, 61 and 69 Transpacks to Hawaii. In the 69 Transpac, we started the race, and 3 days out of Los Angeles, we turned the ship's wheel hard over to hard over, and nothing happened. You could spin the wheel. We'd lost our main rudder. So we stepped back and sailed for 7 days using that little spade rudder back there. We broke the main boom in half, broke both spinnaker poles. We went out of control many times. Tore the mainsail, tore the spinnaker, it was a destruction derby. But we raced, and we kept on racing right on through, day and night. But nonetheless, steering for 7 days with that little tiny $150 rudder, we were the 4th boat into Hawaii out of 70 boats. We did damn well. Why? It's simple. It's steel. All steel skeleton. Steel plates run longitudinally the whole length of the boat. Here's the hull, a piece of the old hull. Inner skin and outer skin all bolted on with bronze bolts, and I replaced them with stainless. And it's strong. I have samples here of the original deck, white pine, and then there was a teak overlay, and it wore down so far that the boat was just leaking water in. The deck was shot, so we had to completely remove the deck. When we replaced the deck, this is a sample of what's up there. It has western red cedar at the bottom, all glued and screwed together, as per the diagram. Then Brunzeel supili mahogany, midsection here, above the western red cedar, and that is scarfed together, both longitudinally, the length of the boat, and laterally across the boat, and glued them all together to where this plywood in the center is one continuous piece of plywood, 82 feet long by 14 feet wide. Then over that is 3/4 of an inch of teak. So it's 3 layers, much more than, than the boat really needs, but it's a deck that'll outlive the boat.
Impossible.
Does it go this way? That way?
Yes, yes, and be very careful when you drop that
Right,
down.
I'll
because
drop that.
he will. Yeah, just set it
Yeah, it's on right there on that.
I'm an electrician of sorts. I was a command gunner on B-29s, which is a full electronic gunnery system. So Uncle Sam taught me electricity, from electrons and neutrons and protons right on up to very complicated electrical circuits for electronic gunnery turrets and systems in the B-29. So with that knowledge, I got on pursuit, and it was a mess of junk and rotten old rubber-coated wires. So I rewired it completely.
It'll come when it comes. It'll come. Does that look okay? I think that's good. Coming down. There's a few spares in the bottom of the bag. Okay, then I will put it back in the bag. Okay.
The important thing is to tie it down. And that's Uncle Sam's document number. I drilled it right into the steel. And of course, information for women in sales to be bagged above.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Okay, Ron, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
I think we got it all back together. Good to see you this week.
Thank you, Mel.
Okay.
They go on the wrong side of the cleat every fucking time.
They never learn. I've narrowed down the things I have to take care of on the boat to a little under 500. That's about the way it is. As long as I'm capable, which I'm slowing down. At almost 88, I'm not as young as I was, and I just don't have the muscle or the drive anymore. I step out of the shower and all I see is a stack of bones covered with skin. That's all that's there. So it's harder all the time. I'm Robin Hood. I take from the rich and give to the poor. My dad lost everything in the crash, the financial crash. I was too young, 1929, to know the difference. I always had 3 squares a day. I always had a warm bed and clean clothes, but no frills, almost no toys, no nothing. I was raised in the environment of waste not, want not, and it was strongly hammered into me. Yeah, I dumpster dive. I pull clothing out, bags of perfectly good, clean, ironed, folded clothing that's been thrown out by the rich. I pull them out, I take them up to one of the containers I rent, and I fill them up with clothing and shoes and stuff that the rich throw away. I will rent a U-Haul, fill it up with all this clothing, and I drive it down to Hayward, where they accept anything and everything. That's my waste not, want not attitude.
What was your best find?
Huh?
What was the best find you got out of here?
Best find is a caliper, a fine caliper in a box. I can show it to you on the boat. A beautiful caliper. And a dildo, a fake pecker with a motor operated, yeah, believe it or not. Oh yeah, there's not much in here. This is a new hopper. Sometimes I can even get in here. It's been an interesting life.